So Robert Terry and Fred's lawyer, they both made interesting points, which could mean various things. That Fred either did do it or he's being framed, but right now I really don't know. So something that Robert Terry, as I'm reading my notes, has said was that Fred had various connections to people who were in former law enforcement positions and who were directly working on this case and investigating it, in which he probably thought that they believed he wouldn't do something like this because he was in a uniform, and back then they would protect people like that who were also in uniform. That type of stereotype was probably real, and like he says, the outcome would be different with Robert Terry as the detective working on this case. They would probably have Fred behind bars because of his confession, and I think that Fred's lawyer also made some interesting things. So his background, he specialized in criminal defense law. He dislikes authority and law enforcement. Has been fired and arrested 4 times. Opposes the death penalty. Um, so his point being, this is a 20-year-old case. So this could be Robert Terry, and I guess this could be him being desperate enough to close a case and pin this on Fred because he's the only suspect they have at the time. So they just want to close this case, but time's running out. Former cops who worked on this case, probably died. Well, passed away. And Fred, when he was talking to the reporter, I don't know her name, but he talked about a guy named Larry Montez, someone who's a known child molester, and he believes that he he had a liking to Shelly, and he probably did do something because he made some sort of connection to Larry Montez and to Shelly, assuming that he probably had some sort of involvement with her and in the case, but also that he also had an interesting take. Where was this? Saying that Fred was targeted, and not only that, saying that Shelly had a preference for African Americans, and that they were trying to find anyone in the town in Laramie who is African American. And I think that if they did, they would have probably pinned it on someone like him. But I think that the defense attorney giving all the information he has on the case could influence. It really could be him showing that Fred doesn't have any involvement in this case. But right now, I really don't know what to believe in. He probably did do it. He probably didn't do it. But right now, it's kind of interesting because Robert Terry really does think that Fred did do the murder, and the defendant thinks that he's being framed. From what I'm seeing, I think they had a cheek swab that matched Fred, and that's all they have on him. Other than that, I don't know what to say.